Hello, hockey fans. Well, today, the second day in April, it's a Wednesday. And of course, Wednesdays are always special in the NHL because that's when the nationally televised doubleheaders hit here. So, you got 5 games on the schedule, and all of them are mostly playoff relevant. Even Seattle versus Vancouver is because, well, while Seattle's eliminated, Vancouver's kind of has a shot. But yeah, we got 5 games on the schedule. The Wild and the Rangers both jockeying for position. Of course, Wild are down to the wild card 2 spot. Um, Capitals and Hurricanes, of course, both them playing each other. Cap's trying to lock up the Metro. Of course, Ovi's trying to get the record. He's trying to move closer. Panthers and Leafs, big game in the Atlantic. Avs are in the Windy City. Avs going to move one step closer. And of course, like I said, Seattle and Vancouver. So yeah, speaking of playoffs, 2 teams can get in. They're going to try this again. They're going to try this again. They should get it. They should get it tonight. Here's why. Yep, the scenario's cut and dry for the Maple Leafs. All they have to do, get to overtime. That's it. All they need to do is just get 1 point against the Panthers, and they've got it. And they're at home. And Toronto is at home. It's one of two. I think there's 2 meetings left between these 2 teams. Yeah, it kind of has become a bit of a rivalry since Ford to kind of elevate themselves, made the final back-to-back years, won it last year. But yeah, so and of course Toronto, they're in first place in the Atlantic, and they're hoping to win that division this year. They've got what? Counting today, there's 16 days left. Yeah, it's gonna be one hell of a journey for the Leafs. But again, as for today, all they have to do, 1 point, just get to overtime, and they're in the playoffs for what will be I think it'll be the ninth. Yeah, it'll be the ninth straight year for Toronto in the playoffs. Elsewhere, yep, same simple scenario for the Hurricanes. All they need, 1 point, just get to overtime, and they're in. Of course, Hurricanes and Capitals in a big Metro Division matchup. Of course, they're not as close as Toronto and Florida are in the Atlantic. It's kind of neck and neck if you count the Lightning in the Atlantic, but the Metro's pretty much all wrapped up. They have Washington has a big good. They're a good bit ahead of Carolina, so Carolina will need a lot to happen, including winning this game in regulation. They'll need other stuff to happen too. But just get Carolina just needs to get that point, maybe get a second, but that 1 point will get them in, and it'll be, I think it'll be 7. It'll be 7 straight appearances for Carolina, and it's kind of been interesting. It's kind of been interesting for them because when the streak started, it was their first appearance in a decade, and they went all the way to the conference final. They've been in the Final Four twice, but have not only have they not won a conference final series, they haven't won a conference final game. So Carolina's hoping that for some improvement here, because especially after what 2 years ago, where pretty much they had their best chance to at least reach the final, if not win it, and it just wasn't in the cards for them. So again, Toronto needs a point to get in, and the Hurricanes need a point to get in. And if one, the other, or both clinch, I'll congratulate one, the other, or both for getting in. And me personally, I'm waiting. If the Avs win in Chicago, and we should, but if the Avs win, I think next time I talk about clinching scenarios, it's going to be the Avs, probably among a few teams with a chance to clinch tomorrow. That's what I'm thinking. But for right now, it's Carolina and Toronto, and each team just needs to get to overtime, get their respect, get their point each at least, and join the playoff party. It would be the fifth and sixth teams to clinch, and we finally have at least one spot in each division. The teams would join the Capitals, the Jets, the Stars, and the Golden Knights. So we'll see if the Hurricanes, the Leafs, or both join the playoff party during this Wednesday's batch of games.